I downloaded Discord around 3 years ago to play video games with my friends. When I graduated university and had to become a functioning member of society, I had to unfortunately move on from the usual late-night gaming sessions. Maybe leaving it at that would have been the best option. One night, for some reason, I decided to get back on Discord. I got settled in a job as a marketing consultant in a well-known firm fresh out of university, and am now used to the demanding work schedule, so I figured why not reconnect with my mates. It was 2 a.m. and had no work the next day. Plus, my parents were out of town for the week, so it was perfect. I opened Discord on my computer and began looking through the messages that I had been missing, thinking of which one to respond to first. One of them, however, stood out from the rest. It wasn't a message. It simply said, "Ongoing video call." It was a call with someone I hadn't messaged before. I am in a lot of Discord servers, so getting random messages from several people wasn't out of the ordinary, especially back when I was active. Maybe it was a bug? A friend pranking me? I wish. I hesitated and checked the call. My face was seen on the screen, which was weird because the computer didn't signal that the camera was on. Same with my microphone. It was also on. What the fuck? I muttered under my breath. The thought of being on a call without even realizing sent shivers down my spine. Feeling my fingers tremble, I took a deep breath. Next to my face on call was a turned-off camera from the person I was supposedly calling. Their profile picture was an anime girl. Their microphone was on, but I didn't even dare to say anything. Panicking, I ended the call and grunted. "What the fuck was that?" I said to myself. Surely that was... Before I could finish my sentence, I heard the recognizable sound of a Discord notification coming from my computer. I could feel my heart stop for a second before I looked down. "Looks like you finally realized El Mao." It was from the person I had just called, probably a guy. 2 years on a call and just now, you know? Haha. 2 years? WTF are you? I responded. I couldn't even spell correctly with my shortness of breath and my hands trembling. I don't know if it was paranoia, but I suddenly felt a strong feeling that I was being watched. "You should see your face, or in haha." They typed back. I heard a thud and jolted from my seat. Turning around, I saw my dark room. It felt strange, but I thought I saw a shadowy figure on the other side of my room, staring at me. Not even the brightness from my computer could catch it. I couldn't even confirm if it was real or my brain playing tricks on me, but the fear certainly was there. "Who's there?" I yelled. I cringed at my shaky voice and voice crack echoing across my room. No response. Taking a leap of faith, I ran across my room and quickly turned on the lights to my room. I don't know why that was my first instinct, but I felt safer with the lights on. But as soon as I did that, that shadowy figure was gone. "Fuck," I muttered. I slammed the door to my room closed and locked it. "If you don't leave now, I'll call the police." The only response I got was the same Discord notification sound coming from my computer. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to curl into a ball and pray that this would end. I wanted to block this creep. But what if they had personal information on me or my family? After all, he was stalking me. You know that feeling when you walk while constantly feeling the need to look behind you? That's exactly what I felt at that moment. I sat back down and read the message they sent me. "Haha, what was that reaction?" "What do you want from me?" I typed back swiftly. I heard another loud thud. I felt embarrassed being this scared over Discord, but I still couldn't shake off the feeling that I was being watched. This time it felt like whoever was watching me was even closer than before. I once again heard the Discord notification sound. "Lowell, maybe you should open your curtains and get your answer there. Do it or your family will be in danger." My heart skipped a beat. "Open your curtains." It echoed in my head again. "Or your family will be in danger." As I read the message once more, I heard a knock on my window right in front of me. Pushing myself off my chair, I grabbed the closest object I could use as a weapon, my lamp on my bedside table. My legs began shaking uncontrollably. I didn't want to know if someone was out there or if they were trying to mess with me, but the fact that they were on a call with me, stalking me for such a long time, was all I needed to know. Taking a deep breath, I ripped the curtains open and clenched my lamp as hard as I could. As I saw what was in front of me, I screamed. I saw the face and hands of a man pressed against the glass window, eyes red and wide. He had a wide smile, one I wouldn't think was possible to achieve. So wide, in fact, that his saliva was drooping down the window. The second he saw me, he began shaking uncontrollably, as if he couldn't contain his excitement, that he had just been found after all this time playing his twisted game of hide and seek. I dropped my lamp on the floor and booked it. As I did that, the man began screaming, banging on the glass. Fuck, 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 I said to myself as I locked myself in my bathroom. I dialed 911 and tried explaining everything. I began hearing a sound of legs scurrying around my house, a speed as fast as bees' wings. I don't know if the police will get here on time. I'm trapped with nothing but my phone and a few toiletries that I could throw at him to distract this psycho while I run away. But I'm afraid that he would catch up to me really fast. Help. I don't know what to do. I'm out of options, and I hear his footsteps getting closer to my bathroom door. Why has he been watching me from a call for all this time? Why only after I noticed the call is he after me? What does he want from me? What do I do? It felt like this psycho was running in circles around my house for hours before they stopped right in front of the bathroom door where I was hiding. Holding my breath, I grabbed my hairdryer from the cupboard and grasped it as hard as I could. It seemed like the only thing I could use as a weapon. Don't come in, I muttered under my breath. Please don't come in. My voice was shaky, my arms were trembling, my vision was blurry. I shouldn't have said anything because he started banging on my door, screaming. I put all my weight on the door, praying that it would end soon. Tears dripped down my face as I put all my strength into blocking the man from entering. A few minutes ago, I was in my room, excited for a nice, restful weekend. Now I'm contemplating whether I will wake up tomorrow. Get out! I shouted. The man kept screaming, and screaming, and screaming. A blood-curdling scream that made me wonder how my neighbors didn't hear anything. It felt like an eternity went by, each slam on the door crashing onto my stomach. I then felt a sharp pain surge through my body for a split second, until suddenly, it all stopped. I remained still for a bit, holding my breath and curled up into a ball. My body shook in fear. My mind was blank, ringing in my ears. "This is the police," I heard from a distance. I heaved a sigh of relief and sprinted to the door where 2 police officers were waiting outside. Looking around, the trace of the man was gone, all except for the handprints on my window. I tried explaining everything to the police officer. I showed all the messages to the police and they asked me a few questions. I couldn't explain any of the obvious inconsistencies to them. The police got the personal information of the account and tried to track its IP address. The weird thing is that there was no record of the account anywhere on the internet. No location, no email address or anything to base how the account got made. It was as if the account was never made in the first place. The messages were still there, though. What was going on? The police offered to scan the premises to find any information that they could use to track this man, but there wasn't much to go off of. They took a sample of the man's saliva from the window and told me that they would conduct an investigation as soon as possible. Unfortunately, they couldn't do much else right now. I gave them my phone number and they left me alone for the night. Obviously, I didn't sleep a wink that night. In fact, every time I closed my eyes, I could see that man's grin staring right at me, his body shaking uncontrollably from the other side of the window. Little did I know, things were about to get even weirder. As the next day came, I felt like my existence began becoming more hazy, as if I was losing touch with reality. It's difficult to explain, but it wasn't anything I had felt before. I was exhausted and wanted to sleep, but I physically couldn't. It felt like something was taking over my body, like if my conscience was being pushed away by something every second. It felt like that man's face was trying to take over my body, my soul. I had to focus just to stay in my own body. Looking at myself in the mirror, my face was pale white with chapped lips and massive eye bags. I've never felt like this before. I took a paracetamol to hopefully feel better. Medicine should help, right? Maybe I just need a walk, I thought to myself. Thank God I didn't have work today at least. It was a Saturday. Maybe I was paranoid? As that thought came into my head, I heard my phone buzz. Jumping into the air in fear, I crashed my head on the towel rack above me. It really fucking hurt. Didn't wake me up in the slightest either. Checking my phone, it looked to be the police officer I had given my phone number to last night. I grabbed my phone and accepted the call. Hello? I replied, barely able to utter a word. Geez, you all right? You sound dead. It was the police officer from last night. Yeah, I said. Just feeling a little odd, that's all. That's normal after yesterday. He cleared his throat. Are you able to come to the police station right now? We found some info that... His voice stopped for a moment. He sounded nervous, uncomfortable. That you may want to hear, he managed to say. My heart stopped for a second. I checked the time. 7 p.m. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I stuttered. Be sure to brace yourself, he said. He sounded distressed. I've never seen anything like this before. The fuck is that supposed to mean?